My name is Gregorio Rosario and welcome you to our YouTube channel, Explora Experto, your channel to connect to scientists and experts from all around the world. Today we have a nice guest from Italy. Her name is Sofia Cavalleri. She's co-founder of Ristolab, which is a research, a hotel, and a restaurant. And today we are going to talk about health, business, and research all together from the journey from your research lab to the table. Welcome, Sofia Cavalleri. How are you?
Thank you so much. Hello, I'm good. Everything is good. Here it's a bit hot in Italy. I'm in Cilento, so it's very hot.
So you are from Cilento, right? Your research and facilities are there, right?
Yes, so we're based in Cilento, that is in the southern part of Italy. And it's very indigenous, very wild and authentic.
So how is Cilento well known for? How can we describe in a short term Cilento area in Italy?
Cilento is very famous for a number of, but in particular, Mediterranean diet. In fact, it's considered to be the heart of the Mediterranean diet, and where Ansel Keys, the scientist, came to really study and analyze the nutritional benefits of the Mediterranean diet with his team of scientists. They were from the US, and they came here for a number of years to really dive deeper into this longevity, right? Because people here from the region of Cilento were living very well until a very, very old age.
Nice. So
they were centenaries and still.
So Sofia, you sound like a scientist. I heard you did a PhD. You got a PhD degree in Mediterranean diet and something related to Thai food. Tell us about your background as a scientist in the Mediterranean diet, please.
Sure. So before coming here, I got a PhD in traditional Thai medicine, actually, and sustainable food systems. And then I'm 29 now, 28, 29 actually, in between. And I got selected by FAO as one of the young scientists. We are 16 scientists under 30, and we focus on sustainable food systems. And so this is why I'm here in Cilento to conduct research on traditional Mediterranean medicine.
And later on, we are going to talk about how you combine research and business. But now I would like to ask you how you as a scientist face your challenge doing research in the food industry and health industry. How can you face your challenge?
That's a great question, and a question that I explore every day with my partner. He's my partner in business. He's a chef, and the hardest thing for us is to implement sustainability. Because when you study sustainability, you can lean towards perfection, right? Perfection, sustainable perfection in theory. But then when it's in practice, it's very hard because there are structural barriers preventing you from having a perfect sustainability. The costs, the social pressure, a number of reasons, political, economic, biocultural. So that's very hard.
So Sofia, how do you combine the research? How do you find yourself being a researcher and also trying to bring delicious and healthy food and sustainable food to the table? How to achieve this combination, this sustainability and also the taste for customers? Tell us a bit about that, please.
Yeah, this is also an effort that I'm doing in partnership with Amabile, actually, that you will meet later, because I'm a scientist by training. I'm an ethnobotanist. So what I was very worried about at the end of my PhD was to keep the knowledge stuck in an ivory tower. But now with Amabile, we have a more hands-on approach. So the research gets applied in the field, in the restaurant, in the menus. And so it becomes more digestible in a way when you taste a particular dish, and behind it there is all the research in terms of sustainability, in terms of biodiversity, all these things, then you assimilate that knowledge way better.
Nice. So you are talking that you and your partner are together, and he's a chef, and so you do research, and he immediately apply your formula to the dishes, right? So how do you come up with the idea of creating or launching your Ristolab? How do you inspire? Why do you decide to open that business and research center?
So we decided as a joke at the beginning because we thought, wow, research and gastronomy are so different on paper, but then they can work together in synergy so well. And we thought about this idea, very innovative idea of a kitchen laboratory that is in between research, but also gastronomy, and turns research concepts that are very complex into easy to digest plates. And so with each plate, with each dish recipe, we try to convey a message to the clients that is more than just the deliciousness of the dish. It's about the traditions that are behind it, the biodiversity that is in the plate, the indigenous food systems, the local food systems, the local economy that you are supporting, and the nutritional benefits of those dishes. Maybe I can quickly show you here. We have planted some herbs, and these are the traditional Mediterranean herbs. So rosemary, basil, thyme, mint, melissa, and all these have nutritional properties. So
it just sounds.
It's like a pharmacy.
Might taste like very natural and healthy. But let's talk about traditions. What are the main components of the Mediterranean diet, and how this diet or menu can difference from Chilean cuisine? Can you please explain us?
Mm-hmm. That's a great question, because the Mediterranean diet has been heavily has become a product that is a bit more towards marketing and a bit politicized sometimes. And so it's important for us to bring it back to the roots. And we don't say that we know everything about it. We say that we need to relearn from the knowledge keepers that are here. So the ancient people that remember what our ancestors did. And then through them, we need to bring on the knowledge, the traditional ecological knowledge, to the future generations. And this is our mission and also our responsibility. So this is why, here is Amabile, by the way.
Amabile.
Hi.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Come vai?
Tutto bene, a parte il caldo.
Fa caldo.
Very hot.
Che bien. So, welcome, Amabile. Next time we will have a nice conversation with you talking about Chilean food and how delicious are your dishes. It will be very nice.
Okay. Quindi questa è una prima intervista con me, ho detto, sulla parte ricerca, poi ne faranno una a te sulla parte cucina.
Va bene.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
So, talking about your research lab, cuisine, restaurant, and also facilities for guests in your hotel. So how is possible to prepare those delicious dishes and also bring sustainable food to the table of those customer or visitor guests that come to your research lab or hotel? I don't know how to call it. What's the main component of that formula to bring all these together?
Yes. So when we thought about Ristolab, it organically developed around 3 axes that are research, restaurant, and retreat. And the research part I've already explained on traditional Mediterranean medicine. The restaurant part, Amabile leads it with sustainable Mediterranean menus that are working in sync with the research part. And then the retreat part is here. We got this country house in the middle of an olive grove, and it's very, very relaxing, but also immersed in nature. So we thought this is the opportunity to really bring people back to the roots of the food system and to relearning about what is the Mediterranean diet really, because before you asked, what is it? And it's more than a diet. The diet is just the tip of the iceberg. Behind that, it's a lifestyle, and it's eating together, being surrounded by nature, having an active lifestyle. So going to the garden, here we planted a lot of vegetables, cultivating the garden. So all of this, it's an experience that you can do here. And you can choose to just eat it and taste it, or to live it and stay here for a couple of days, doing some activities, picking olives. So it's more than just the eating together part.
See, thank you, Sofia. I would like to take this time to invite our audience to join us and if you want to enjoy more conversation like this, interesting one. So please subscribe to our channel, do like our video and comment any question you have for Sofia or for me or for all our experts. So Sofia, going back to the knowledge part of our conversation, you propose that a new generation of chefs must be trained or retrained. Can you explain how do you think about that? How is it needed that new chefs have to be trained in order to respond to the necessity of the current food environment?
Yes, this is a big project that we are leading. We're not alone, because it's very project, but we are leading in sciences, which was founded by Carlo Petrini, the founder of the slow food movement, NetPro, that is a spin-off of Cambridge University, and a lot of other universities and culinary schools. What we believe is that chefs are more than just practitioners, and they can be more of a hybrid figure that can teach consumers about sustainable food choices, and so lead to behavioral change and sustainable behavioral change. Another thing that chefs can do is biodiversity preservation, if they can be trained with capacity trainings and workshops, and be trained 360 degrees, about menus, not only the ingredients, but also where they come from and what it means for local communities to use certain ingredients instead of others. So it's a deeper level, let's say, gastronomy. Yeah.
So what would be the benefit for the chef and also for the customers or for the own business? Because there's a necessity to train the chef, but what will gain from that? What do you think?
Yeah. It's a good question. I think the benefits are a lot of benefits in the short term, and in the long term, we can look at different types of benefits, and also at the individual and community level. At the individual level, you create figures of chefs that are working on multidimensional perspectives, let's say, and they become very versatile. And also a bit more towards the quality and not the quantity. What we see here in Cilento, in particular during seasonal periods like this in summer, is this mass tourism that comes and goes. And what we try to push for in the longer term is quality tourism, sustainable tourism, community-based tourism, emotional and experiential tourism. So this type of tourism can be connected to the gastronomy side, if we invest in gastrotourism packages. And those gastrotourism packages, we have developed a few of them, like foraging, picking spontaneous herbs, picking olives in November. Those are the key to really preserve our territory, learn about sustainable food systems, taste sustainable food systems, and really create this figure of a chef that can lead this model that is a sustainable business model as well.
So what's the main attribute of a gastrotourism package? So you introduced this term. I would like to know what does it mean, gastrotourism package?
Gastrotourism, what it is?
Yeah, package, the main attribute of this package you mentioned in Cilento.
So we have different ones. At the moment, on our website, we have them all, but we are planning them for the next months because we want to spread out the tourism in all the months of the year to really capitalize on what nature can give us and try to preserve what nature can give us as well. So for instance, in September here we have the white fig of Cilento, and we will do a gastrotourism package on that. Going to pick the figs, learn about the history of the white fig, why it's so important for us, and then create a homemade pasta with the figs, the techniques of sun-drying the figs, and also creating, all the baking part with cakes with figs and so on, and the reasons why those traditions were passed on. Another important one is the olive picking and olive harvesting gastrotourism package. This will be in November. As you can see, we are surrounded by nature and we have I don't know how many olive trees here, also centenaries, olive trees. And what people will do, they will come here. It will be a retreat, so a weekend or maybe 1 week, and they will just relax completely. In the morning, wake up as our ancestors did in the past. So wake up a bit early, go to the olive grove and pick the olives, and then in the afternoon go to the olive mill and understand how the olives become olive oil. So what is the procedure, how it can be done in a more sustainable way, and the most sustainable practices that we have here in the region. So that's it. And then at the end, the tourists have 1 liter of olive oil and they bring it home with them as a little reminder of this experience.
Sounds very nice. But I would like to learn or to hear from you, how do you learn from mistakes when you do science and also good cuisine facilities for vacation facility? How do you learn from mistakes, from errors?
That's super important for us because maybe I didn't mention it, but we are an innovative startup, which means that resources are very scarce and we need to be very efficient with the little that we have. So in terms of mistakes, at the beginning, we were very afraid. But then we understood that the more you make mistakes and the faster you go and you grow, actually. So how we make mistakes is we test a lot. I applied the scientific way of investigating to this business because we prototype a lot. We do a lot of testing, also with the cuisine, also with the menus, a lot of testing with small samples at the beginning. So with our sustainable Mediterranean menus, it's a lot of experiments that then we test. We see how the clients react. We see how much information we can pass as well, because we don't want to give too much, because then it's a bit intense, but also not too little, because the clients actually want more information. So it's always finding a balance, and you find it by applying prototypes. So that's how we do it.
So, thank you, Sofia. I would like to ask you one final question regarding if I would like to ask you a final favor to invite our audience to join our channel, and also a message regarding the Mediterranean diet and how healthy it is and how sustainable it could be if research and science are applied all together.
Yes, so well, first of all, we are waiting for all of you here in Cilento. So please, if you have a moment in which you want to make a Mediterranean retreat and you want to learn more and actually live the Mediterranean diet, you can come here and experience it. And secondly, thank you so much to this channel. Thank you so much. It's been an honor to be here and to create these connections overseas with experts. I've seen the channel. I've seen all the different experts. It's very inspiring for us to be part of this. And we cannot thank you enough for this honor.
Thank you to you, Sofia. And one final question. To enjoy this experience in Ristolab, your research center, your restaurant and hotel facility, do I need to be an expert? Do I need to be a scientist, or just take a trip to enjoy your facilities and your delicious food?
Just take a trip. I mean, we are all experts of something, I think, in life. And food is something that we need to experience one way or the other. And it can tell us a lot of things. So we are open to different levels of exploration. Of course, if it's someone more scientific, it will take away different outputs than maybe someone more into the gastronomy side or in the culinary, but it's open to everyone. It's very accessible.
Thanks to Sofia. She is a PhD in Mediterranean traditional food and also Thai food. She's an expert. She joined effort with her partner, who is a chef, Amabile. We really enjoy this conversation with you, talking about research, health, and business. And we hope to have you again in this channel to go deeper in the knowledge of Cilento, Italian, and research applied to the table, from a journey from the research center to the table of customers. Thank you so much, and please join our channel. Do like also comment our contents and videos. Thank you, Sofia.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye, ciao.